Okay, now you feel me? Normally, I don't really do Naruto games or videos off Naruto on the channel. I mean, I know it's a popular gaming series too, but I don't really venture into it like that. Now, that doesn't go to say that I haven't played any Naruto games, because I have played a lot, and today's video we are going to be talking about that. But it's like my first time, you feel me, really just talking about Naruto games in general on the channel. So, if you guys do enjoy, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And, if you guys do enjoy, make sure, you feel me, to also let me know if we, want to see more videos on Naruto or Naruto games in general. Now, as for today's video, we are going to be ranking the Naruto Storm games, the entire series, all in one video. So from the first game all the way to connections. Now, I'm not going to be talking about like the bundle games and whatnot, like Legacy or whatever it's called, because those games are literally like just like put together from the first game to the third game, whatever. So I'm not going to be talking about that. I'm going to be talking about again, from Storm 1 to Storm Connections, and we're going to be ranking all these games. So if you guys again enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Let me know down in the comments below about the ranking and everything like that. And again, let me know your favorite Naruto Storm game of the series. So without further ado, let's jump into it. All right, coming in at number 7, we have Naruto Storm Connections. Now, you guys know Storm Connections is the latest game in the series, the most recent one. And, at first it came out and, fans were not too moved or interested at all, because if you really think about it, Storm Connections is pretty much just like an updated Storm 4 with a little changes to the mechanics and whatnot, and that's pretty much it. Everything mostly is copy and pasted from Storm 4. The only difference is that, they put in new characters and some new features and some tweaks to the gameplay, but other than that, it's pretty much the same thing we've been playing, like an updated Storm 4. And a lot of people say that it should have just been like a DLC add-on or something like that. Like what, Spider-Man 2, or I mean Spider-Man 1 should have done with that Miles Morales separate game. It should have basically been that. They should have just combined it into Storm 4 and give us that instead of just making this a whole game for $70. And on top of that, again, it didn't really do much for the series at all, and it didn't set the mood, set the tone, because again, it's just like basically a DLC add-on at $70 when it should be, it shouldn't be its own game. It should have just been a DLC add-on to Storm 4 or something like that, because again, the only thing that Storm Connection has going for it is the new characters and some of the new mechanics in the game, and that's pretty much it. It's basically just a copy and paste of Storm 4. So yeah, that's Storm Connections at number 7. Let's move on to number 6. All right, coming in at number 6, we have Storm Revolution. Now, this game came out in 2014, and at first it did seem pretty interesting. Now, the funny thing about Revolution is that it didn't have a story mode, which was kind of funny to me. Instead, they had like this thing where you did some tournament or whatever, ranking tournament or something, which I think was in the anime. I think it was, and I guess that's where they took that from to put in this game. But that's the one thing you really did in this game. You didn't really do nothing else. Now, one thing I will say that, Revolution had going for it was, the better PvP experience and some of the, ultimates and awakenings in this game. Probably still one of the best in the series, because like, for example, if you used any Uchiha character like, Madara, Itachi, Shisui, Sasuke and stuff like that, and if they had like the perfect Susan or whatever, you had like the giant Susanoo awakenings, which was really, really, really cool. And a lot of people, even now, they still want to see that back in the game because it was cool and it was really, really fun. And they also had it for like, the Nine Tails and stuff like that too. So that was really the only things they had going for it. But again, it wasn't too crazy. The Revolution was okay, wasn't too crazy. So yeah, that's Revolution at number 6. Let's move on to number 5. All right, coming in at number 5, we have the very first game in the series, Naruto Storm 1. Now, I put this game at number 5 because while it is a good game, it did lack a lot of things that the others, after it had, which again makes sense. It's the first game in the series. But, when this game first came out in 2008, it was really, really dope. I played this game and I had so much fun with it. But one thing that was kind of annoying with the game, and it is in the other games, well, not the other games, but the game after it, was, where you had to use chakra to substitute or get out of attacks, which was kind of annoying because, again, this shit was in 2008 and sometimes it will work and sometimes it didn't want to work. And if you had no chakra to substitute out of moves and attacks and whatnot, you were pretty much cooked and you were stuck in infinite combos. And also, one thing about this game too was that the combat was kind of unbalanced as hell, because I remember if you use awakening characters, for example, you go into Naruto's one-tailed fox form or Sasuke's curse mark form, the one with the wings and shit, you can literally do an ultimate to someone and no joke, you can one-shot them just off of doing that one ultimate. The game was really unbalanced. I know, again, it was the first game of the series and they were doing things, it's the first game, so yeah, but it was really, really unbalanced. And also, another thing that I kind of wish they did put in this game too was online, because I'm pretty sure the first game did not have an online, which was kind of crazy for 2008. I know, again, it was the first game, but they could have probably put, some online functionality in it somehow, some way. But other than that, the story mode was really good. I did enjoy the open world and stuff like that. It was pretty cool. And, we haven't seen a game do that since Rise of a Ninja and the Broken Bond for the Xbox 360. So it was a nice touch. Again, story mode was pretty okay. Although some of them, games and whatnot, or the things you did were kind of repetitive, and some of them used to be hard as shit sometimes, but overall it was fun. Again, we haven't really seen this since the 2 games I just mentioned, and then the Ultimate Ninja series on the PS2 and whatnot. So, it was pretty decent. So yeah, that's Ultimate Ninja Storm at number 5. Let's move on to number 4. All right, coming in at number 4, we have Ultimate Ninja Storm Generations. Now, this game, for some reason, I feel like it's a game that's forgotten a lot by many fans, because it was basically an upgrade of the game we're going to be talking about after it, but they did make a lot of good changes to the PvP and the gameplay overall, because first of all, the one thing that Generations did that was just praised by fans so much, and it's been in the series ever since, was that we had a dedicated button and option to sub out of combos and moves. So you didn't have to use chakra to get out of moves no more. This game was the first game to introduce the substitution bar, which again was a godsend, because you feel me, again, if you couldn't get out of moves in the previous games that used chakra to substitute and whatnot, you were pretty much cooked. Again, you get stuck in combos and you can't do shit. So I'm really glad that this game did that. And like I said, it is an upgrade to the game we're going to be talking about next. They made more character changes, roster was good, the story mode, retells, the Naruto and Shippuden series, which was pretty good. The roster was pretty good too, and there was a lot going for this game, although it kind of, again, feels a little bit forgotten. I remember a lot of people did enjoy Generations, because again, it was an upgrade and it really did well for what it was at the time. And again, the substitution bar finally having its own button was a godsend to people and niggas who enjoyed this game. So yeah, that's Storm Generations at number 4. Let's move on to number 3. All right, and coming in at number 3, we have Ultimate Ninja Storm 3 Full Burst. Now, this game is really the game people always talk about too. Aside from the game we're gonna be putting at number 1, this game was really fun too. But the only reason why I'm gonna put it at number 3 was because the game that we're gonna talk about next at number 2 just had a lot more going for it. But overall, I really enjoyed Storm 3. Again, good changes were made to it, even expanded more on the roster. We got so many characters like Madara and shit like that, the Kages and whatnot. It was really good. I played this game numerous times and it was really fun. I enjoyed it. Again, upgrade from the previous game before it, and it was decent. Although the story mode sometimes did get repetitive, and y'all know that one part of the story mode I'm talking about where you had to fight the tail beast, the reanimated tail beast, and what's it called, Jinchurikis, and you know, you had no way of refilling your health and shit, and if you fucked up in like the first few fights, you were pretty much cooked. But you know, I got through it. I did, you know, have a couple of tries and a couple of failed attempts, but you know, I really enjoyed it, bro. It was a good story mode. I enjoyed it. Again, they had a lot going for it. Starting from the first, like even from the first part of the story mode where you have to fight the Nine Tails while Minato takes on, you know, the Masked Man, aka Obito. Yeah, I really enjoyed Storm Free. It was really, really fun. And the story, again, pretty good. Character roster was good. PvP did go crazy at times, but it was probably the best one, you know, aside from the best one in the series. You know, it was pretty okay. So yeah, that's full burst at number 3. Let's move on to number 2. All right, and coming in at number 2, we have Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 2. Now, you know, I know a lot of people might probably wonder why I put this game over Storm Free, and it's simply because this game probably has, if not the best story mode and how they handle it in the series. I think this game out of all of them does this the best when it comes to the story mode, because again, you know, you look at gameplay and cutscene from Storm 2 and it's probably the best in the game, bro. And you feel me? Don't even get me started on the OSTs. The OSTs and the music is probably the best in the series too. You guys know the theme that plays, that Calm Before the Storm. I love that theme so much, man. And again, this game was really good. The DLCs was also interesting too, because it was so funny to see characters like Lars and shit like that in this game, which is pretty crazy to me. But, you know, it was fun. I really enjoyed Storm 2. I had a blast playing it. And again, they handle the story probably one of the best in the series for sure. They handle it really well for games, you know, for game format. They really, really did it good. Now, again, it did have the issues that Storm 1 had with, like, you know, infinites and not being able to get out of combos and shit because of the, you know, chakra substitution instead of the button. Again, thank God for Generations for that. And, you know, that was really the one issue I had with this game. But other than that, Storm 2 is probably like considered one of the best in the series. Again, how they handle the story and everything like that, it was really, really fun. I really enjoyed Storm 2. So yeah, that's Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 2 at number 2. And let's move on to the final entry of the video. All right, and coming in at number 1, aka the final entry of the video, we have none other than Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. Now, you feel me? I don't think this should be a surprise to anybody. I'm pretty sure we all saw this game coming at number 1. I mean, this is what people talk about when we bring up the Ultimate Ninja series. Like, if you talk about that shit, the first game you'll probably hear is Storm 4. Everybody in 2016 played the living hell out this game, and, you know, rightfully so, it was amazing. Now, how they did the story mode in certain aspects was a downgrade, because I remember like certain important parts and shit like that was made with like Windows looking ass PNGs, which was kind of dumb considering most of the other games just use like full in-game cutscenes. But, you know, the important moments they did have animated at least, so that was pretty good. Again, DLCs and roster, probably the best in the series we've ever seen. And again, this game is just, you know, really, you know, as one of the best, easily. Like, again, I've seen a lot of people with so much playtime on this game. I've seen so many funny moments of this game. A lot of people blew up with this game when they made their channels and whatnot. And it's really just recommended as one of the best in the entire series and one of the best Naruto games of all time. Like, there should be no surprise, bro. Storm 4 was a hit when it came out. Again, this game was competing with Xenoverse 2 for best anime game at the time when it did come out. So, I mean, again, no surprises that it is number 1. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. You feel me? Like, best game easily, nothing else to really say. You guys know the history in 2016 when this game came out. One of the best anime games of all time. So, yeah. That's Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 at number 1. And with that said, I'm going to wrap up this video here. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. Again, let me know if you guys agree or disagree with this ranking or video in the comments below. Let me know your favorite Storm game out of the series and all that. You know, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, hit that notifications bell, all that good stuff. We're trying to go crazy on the channel. So if you're enjoying the content and, you know, want to see more, again, hit that like button, sub button, turn on notifications, all that good stuff, and let me know what you guys find down below. And yeah, I'm Neon V2. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy and peace out. I'm out of here.